Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally doing the very highly requested long distance relationship advice Q&A sort of thing going on there. Unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that I have been in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend for 2.5 years this June, and let me tell ya, it's been a struggle. I have known Diego for 3 years, and the first year of knowing each other, we've never met. We met online. If you want an entire our story, our love story video, maybe I'll make it. Maybe we'll make it on our separate channel that we don't really use, but it's there. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in, because I kind of really want to make one. So I asked you guys on Instagram to give me all of your long distance relationship questions, and let's just get into it. Don't you guys just crave each other's touch like you're crying and just want to be held? In the beginning of our relationship, we saw each other once every 3 months. So it was kind of difficult because we just wanted to spend all of our time together. But to be honest, we both also haven't had a big relationship prior to each other. So it's kind of all we've known is not seeing each other often. So it just works out in that way. But we do make time for each other and FaceTime every single day, so we kind of get that connection of, you know, seeing each other. Is it hard to maintain your relationship? By the way, I love you guys. I love you too. So maintaining a regular relationship in itself is already hard, and just adding the distance and not seeing each other that often is even more difficult. I feel like you really have to be a certain person to handle a long distance relationship. And it's definitely something that you can't just be like, I want a relationship, let me go date someone on the other side of the country. Because trust me, it's really not fun. How many miles is it? So actually, Diego currently only lives 200 miles away from me, which is a 4-hour drive. But we both have transportation issues. I'm not allowed to leave my city, and he doesn't have his license yet. Originally, when we got together, he was 1,000 more miles away from me because he lived in California. But luckily, last year he moved back to Texas, so I get to see him definitely more frequently than I did. What is your favorite part of being in a long distance relationship? I feel like if Diego lived by me, I wouldn't have created as many friendships as I have right now, and I wouldn't hang out with my friends as much, because every time Diego is in town, I just devote all of my attention to him. But I mean, that's understandable since I only see him every so often, but it's definitely given me more time to myself and time for myself to grow. Because one of the big problems about being in a high school relationship and why they don't last as long is because you're always with that person, so you don't know yourself beyond that relationship. And being in a long distance relationship, I am able to be myself and do my own things and not have to depend on someone. Was there ever a time you thought you couldn't do it because of the distance? Originally, when me and Diego got together, I told him we cannot date because I am not doing a long distance relationship. And that lasted 15 days. But other than that, we're just kind of waiting for us to graduate. That's what we've been doing since freshman year. So we're just kind of waiting. Where can you actually get someone to do long distance relationship? Girl, you do not want a long distance relationship. I would not want to be in a long distance relationship if I didn't have to. I was not expecting this, okay? This is not something I was like, oh, let me get in a long distance relationship. I just happen to love a guy that does not live here, okay? You don't want to have a long distance relationship. It absolutely sucks. It's expensive, it sucks, it's annoying, it's sad, it's upsetting, it's all the emotions. It's just terrible. Did any of your friends judge you for being in love with someone you've never met? Freshman year when I got with Diego, everyone was so confused and were saying that he was some 50-year-old man trying to get at me, and I'm like, no guys, I FaceTimed him. We have everything situated. I have seen him, it's good, whatever. I'm going to meet him. I literally skipped the last day of school to go meet my boyfriend. And guess what? He was my age. Surprise! What is one thing you want to do or place you want to go with Diego? I love you. I'm in a long distance relationship too. Well, good luck to your long distance relationship. It's hard. I want to literally visit everywhere with Diego. So this past summer, Diego went with us to visit my aunt and uncle and cousins in Missouri. And that was so much fun. Like literally just being in another environment with him is so cool. I literally want to go everywhere with him. Did your parents question you about each other's identity? At first we were just friends, and then things started progressing more and whatever. My parents kind of thought it was a little weird, but I already had a few little like online friends, so they were fine with it. And I don't think they really questioned anything until we started dating and I wanted to meet him. How much do you talk or communicate? Like I said earlier, we FaceTime almost every single day, and if we're not FaceTiming, we're texting a lot. We don't text all the time, but we do text pretty frequently. How do you guys handle disagreements or arguments even when you guys are long distance? So I have a tendency to not talk at all, and I literally like shut him out, which is not a very good thing, but we just kind of talk it out, or I get upset and cry. I mean, that's what happens. But most of our arguments, we just kind of like either push out of the way and they just like go away, or we talk through them, and it's just like any normal couple would. We talk through it because we still are able to communicate. We just can't see each other. How do you stay happy without your partner? If you're in a long distance relationship and you're trying to stay happy, I would recommend trying to distract yourself, picking up a hobby or something, and going out with your friends more, so it feels like you're still getting that social interaction with someone at least. But definitely distracting yourself and keeping yourself busy is something that I definitely recommend in a long distance relationship. How do you cope with the fact that you can't always have physical connection with him? Like I said before, we haven't really known any different. We've always not been able to see each other. So our relationship versus a couple that someone had to move away from each other is a little different because we don't know anything else. Do you get jealous? I don't really have much to get jealous of, considering Diego does not go to public school, which is definitely a plus. But for the few months that he did, I was jealous a little bit, but he is definitely jealous. Let me tell you, definitely jealous. Guys look at me, guys DM me, guys talk to me. He's like, who's that? Did being apart after meeting for the first time make the distance harder? Surprisingly, it did. The very first time that we left each other, even though we were together for like 2 days, we literally cried the hardest. I have never cried that much leaving him. Why am I gonna cry? But I haven't cried that much leaving him since. So leaving for the very first time really sucked, because we finally got this connection and we finally were able to see each other in person, and then it was like we were being ripped away from each other. Oh no. But I feel like every time that we do see each other now, it gets easier because we know we're going to see each other again. Do you think it's better to have a long distance relationship or a relationship with a person who lives near you? Also, I love you. I love you too. Being in a relationship that lives near you is so much better. I don't know, like long distance relationship is so romanticized, and like people are like, oh, that would be so cool, but like you don't understand the aspect of literally not being able to see someone that you love. Like you see people that you love every day, but not being able to see the person that you love the like most really sucks. Were you nervous that when you met him you'd act differently or be shy? I really was. I am a very introverted person. I am shy. I don't really talk to people unless I'm talked to. So the fact that I was meeting this person, it was kind of like meeting an entirely new person, even though I've been talking to him for a year. But after a few minutes of just kind of like looking at each other and like processing what just happened, it just felt like a FaceTime call in real life. And that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more content from me and maybe my boyfriend featured every once in a while, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit that notification bell, you might not see my videos. That's why my videos don't get enough views, because people don't know that I uploaded. It's a problem. Also, follow all of my social medias. I am very active on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, so follow me there if you want to see what I'm up to, when I'm seeing Diego, what's going on. Summer is right around the corner, so there will be lots of content coming soon, I hope. I'm going to be motivated, I promise. I'm not gonna sit in my bed. We are going to, this summer guys, is our summer. Our summer. You heard it from me first. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.